Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs come in 40 hard. Win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the Ravens and Dolphins and open up a zoo. Cause one thing's for sure, better than the Bucs, they show lane. And every day in Tampa Bay, we say fuck the Saints. We in Tampa Bay, baby. 813 going crazy. Tampa, boy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. And we in Tampa Bay, baby. Tell them where you from. 813 going crazy. Yeah. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. Now when I say the loose cannons, what? Do you know what I mean? I'm talking Bobby Latte, Stank Bastard, and Samurai Lee. You ain't never seen no her before, no podcast like this. These boys they entertain you, then take you on road trips, go to other cities, raid and pillage, watch the Bucs kick ass.
What is up, Buccaneers fans? It is Monday, Victory Monday, September 16th, 2024, and you are watching the 813's Loose Cannons podcast. I'm your boy, Sammer, hanging out with Poppy Latte and the pale one, Stank Bastard. And yes, we are rocking the Victory Shades. And if you don't know why we're rocking Victory Shades, then you should probably figure it out. Because on Victory Monday, we wear Victory Shades. And also, on Victory Monday, you can visit our merch site, loosecannonsmerch.com. Drop the discount code Victory Monday. Save 10% off on the entire order. There's a ton of cool shit on there, including the awesome 4 different colorways Victory Monday 2024 edition. Boys, the Bucs went up to Detroit, and they went up limping. They went up with the doubt of the majority of the fan base, and of course the media members across the entire galaxy. And yet, they came home fucking victorious. You know why? Because they punched the Lions in the mouth.
It's not just that they punched. It's that they punched and they continued to punch. And then they got hit back and then they got back up off the fucking mat and punched again. I'm just going to say it, man. If we're healthy, we might blow this fucking team out. If we're healthy, we might blow that team out. If the refs don't blow the fucking whistle, which I don't know how long the league's been saying, just let it play out so replay can do his job. Zion might have a fucking fumble for a touchdown, and it's not even close.
No. You know what, though, Latte? This team is fueled by the doubt.
Hey, no Arab children. What's going on here?
Yeah. That's the heir apparent. That's Stank's boss, okay? You calm down.
Stank's replacement.
Yeah.
That's my replacement. He shames me every single time he sees me.
He does.
Last time he was at my house, he's like, Stank, where's your theater room?
This is a real story, guys. He literally he didn't say that.
I didn't coach him up.
Hey,
you're 6 years old and
he didn't say that.
And you're shaming me because I don't have a fucking theater room?
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. The actual interaction went something like, "Hey man, you can't talk to me like that. You're in my house." And he's like, "You don't even have a theater room. Like, house. You don't even have a theater room."
Yeah.
No.
He did shame you. Yeah, listen, not only did they punch him in the mouth, Latte, I agree with you. They kept punching, but they did it from this disrespected, chip on our shoulder, depleted, I kept telling you guys throughout the week on this show and on Fully Loaded, I kept saying, they're listening to everyone just giving the Lions a W because Antoine Winfield's out. And the rest of the guys are like, what about us? What are you talking about? We're still going to fight. And they took it to heart in a good way. They used it as motivation. They go out there, they punched that team in the mouth. And you're right, Latte, if they had a right tackle in this game,
oh my God,
there aren't no 4.5 sacks by Aiden Hutchinson. And the Bucs offensive possessions don't stall out because of that. And who knows? We probably scored 30 points on this team because we dominated on the other side of the ball.
Sammer, I just got a notification on my phone. Aiden Hutchinson just beat Jordan School for another sack. Just right this second.
Damn.
Just right this second.
Listen, I can go ahead, Stinker.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, listen, you guys know I'm kind of in the building. You know what I mean? There was an energy this week.
Mm-hmm.
There was an energy. There's BDE, bro. They got something coming this week. There was we got to see these motherfuckers again. They're going to have to see us again. They were hyped, man. There was an energy. I'll leave it at that. I'm not surprised.
Not only that, Latte, in talking to some of these guys, like you knew going into the season. Remember we had Rashad on here when we did the schedule release show. He said
looks like a whole lot of what is it? What a belt ass.
Yeah, and they had that game circled. Once they found out when they were going to play that game, it was immediately circled. They approached it like a business trip. Rock Riley was in the building. He told us multiple times last week. This feels like a very business-like approach to the work week. And they went up there and they did it. I put that tweet out with the list of guys. Jordan Whitehead, top of the list. Izzy, top. I mean, these guys all came together and just out physical this team. Can we stink? Is this a physical football team in Tampa Bay?
Yeah. Even without Vita Vea.
You said the most physical team?
No. Is this a physical team? That's not been our identity for a while. We've been.
It hasn't.
Yeah, but now all of a sudden we're going to a team. MCDC coach team is a very physical team, regardless of when they make mistakes or not. So Stank Bastard, is this not our identity now?
It seems to be. Like, we went against one of the more kneecap biting, physical, known for their physicality, best offensive line in the NFL. We had literally guys that work during the week on the UPS truck with Latte, also out there playing defensive tackle this week. So yeah, it's a mentality though, right? They're doing what they have to do out there. They're throwing their bodies just like the caution to the wind. And yes, Jonas, this is a foot ashtray.
Oh my God, it's a Jesus Christ, a foot ashtray. No, I will say this though, Sammer, as well, to talk about piggybacking what you guys are saying with the physicality. It's like the bully in the playground, bro. You know, there's a bully in the NFC, and it's the Lions. Everybody knows you don't want to play Lions. You're gonna get it's gonna be a physical game. The Rams came out with a bunch of fucking injuries. Like, they just are a physical team. And we walked up to the bully in the playground in the NFC, and we punched him square in the fucking nose, and then went, ow! Wait a second.
Latte.
Credit that to Whitehead being back.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's what they're saying in the chat. Swag Kill says they're taking on Jordan's aura. How can you not, when you see that guy going out there and just absolutely, physically dominating guys out there, and that brings something different to the room, right?
Not only that, man, it's how often over the last few years have we seen us go into a game where we talk the right talk, we know what we're supposed to do, we get out there, we get out physical from kickoff, we don't show up, we come out flat. But the Bucs started this game with a mission in mind, dude. And it started with Jordan Whitehead. It started with Vita Vea, who's a captain on this team, by the way, even though he couldn't make it back out for that third quarter. But for them to come out there and just be physical across the board, young guys, old guys, and that kind of leads to the next topic of the young kids that were out there. Starts with Zion, right? Stank,
let's do it now.
Yeah, no, listen. Before we give Zion his flowers, okay? You're gonna take your glasses off because you have to be respectful here, and you're gonna apologize to Zion McCollum right now. I told Zion to tune in tonight, and he's gonna be joining us, I believe, later this week or next week. Apologize right now to Zion McCollum, who you spent the entire offseason crying in your cereal over. Okay, your shredded wheats. Okay, because I know you're an old man.
Sammer, wait.
Apologize to this man right now.
Before you apologize to Sammer, I'd like to take a moment for us to receive our flowers. Because I believe you and I, the entire offseason, we're not that worried about the secondary, because I said the leap that Zion took from year 1 to year 2, similar to the leap that Gadecki took from year 1 to year 2. I mean, position matters, right? Listen, there's a reason we drafted this kid. We were all goo gaga over his athletic profile at the combine. Wherever he was drafted didn't matter. He graded out as the best corner, and you saw that. I mean, Superman diving out there, fucking changing direction, his speed. He was everywhere. Stank, apologize, motherfucker.
First of all, fuck you, Luke Crompton, who said, "Oh, put him back on." Gross. Okay. What do you mean, bro?
You look like a hairless chinchilla, bro, like a hairless rat.
You do have ugly, like, eye in the surrounding area around your eyes. Hideous, just absolute, like, yeah, like you have assholes for eyes.
Hey, apologize so we can continue, please.
Apologize to Zion McCollum so we can continue on this conversation now.
You're so worried about the corner position. Apologize. You were like, oh, we have his Dean and Zion.
Apologize right now.
Good job out there today. Yesterday, Zion. You should have had 2 interceptions, but you got 1.
God.
And you played well. You did it.
That's
Played
enough.
out of his mind.
I've heard enough of him. All right,
Mute
listen.
his ass.
Yeah,
Mute his
done. Okay, so check this out. This is what I want to talk about. This kid, Latte. He was a game changer for us on defense. Think about it. Amon-Ra St. Brown. They got the speedy Jameson. Is that his last name? Or yeah,
Jameson Williams.
Yeah, Jameson Williams. Okay, they have a plethora of weapons, and Jamel Dean played his ass off. But Zion McCollum, first pass of the game, interception. He was all over the field. I believe he tied the team with tackles, lead with tackles. Making plays. Could have had a couple more picks. Could have had a fumble picked up for a touchdown like you talked about earlier. And then just to come out there and just be an absolute dog off of a concussion, off of a kind of a limited week of practice. And we needed to have him out there. Unbelievable. Mad respect. Mad respect, dude.
Mad respect. And not just that, one of the best receivers in the league in Amon St. Brown. And listen, he got his, right? Yeah. Like, that's the type of player where it's like, you hear the old cliche where it's like, you can't, shut him down, but you got to contain him. That's what we did. What do you have? I think he had something stupid like 17, 16 targets, something like that. He had like 8 catches. I'm good with that. With like 80 yards, that's fine. It's fucking Amon-Ra St. Brown, bro.
How many touchdowns?
Imagine what it could have been if Zion didn't do what he did, bro. He could have fucking caught all like Cup last week. Rest in peace. He's on fucking IR now. That sucks once again. But we did a good job to contain him. He made plays when he needed to make plays. He broke up passes when he needed to break up passes. And he was everywhere, dude. He was everywhere. I remember before the game started, remember what Easy I said, he's the type of receiver that scares me because we don't have quick twitch. We have, like Dean has long speed, but those quick twitch guys are the ones that he struggles with because the change of direction, in the slot or in the middle. And Zion is that. Zion can change. He could flip. He can do it. The kid's fucking insane, dude.
You saw his athletic ability. He was able to close in on balls that you thought he was out of position on. I mean, just he's everywhere. And you could understand, you could see that the entire defense understood their assignments. They knew what they were supposed to do. And we're going to get to Todd Bowles here in a little bit. But we started with Zion, right? Then you got to add Izzy into this.
God.
I can't even hear Stank. He's still muted. We started with Zion, okay?
Unmute him.
Then he should know how to do it. Then we go to Izzian, okay? And then we go to Servassier Dennis, okay? And then we go to JTS, who's been written off by the entire fan base since the day he got here and didn't deliver 10 sacks in week 1, okay?
Fucking game.
Yaya Diaby, injured, still played his ass off, okay? All these guys, Tyke Smith, okay? A rookie in his second week, flew the entire week, no practice, goes out there, wearing number 23, by the way, has himself a flu game all over the field, blitzing, making tackles for loss. I mean, these guys all came together and just balled out, and they weren't supposed to, and they're not expected to, as young as they were. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Just unbelievable across the board for all the youngsters. Stank, now that you're unmuted, and then you've been taken out of timeout. Go ahead, Latte. No, you go ahead.
No, I don't. No. Your fucking mouth, Latte.
I can't talk. Okay, go ahead.
That's messed up, man. That's rude.
Well, I'm sorry. Sorry, Latte. I apologize. All right.
I took my
first break on you.
I didn't.
You fed me yesterday. You cooked for me. You took care of me. You rubbed my feet. They were hurting a little bit.
I don't know about your feet.
You rubbed my feet. You showed me a good time yesterday. And where the fuck was our brother at? Where was Samir Ali yesterday? He was coaching his son's basketball team, like Will Ferrell, kicking and screaming.
You should have seen me, Stank. So game starts at 1:15, right? So I had my nephew there with a tablet, and I had an ear pod, and he had an ear pod, and his job was to play-by-play the entire game while I was coaching the basketball game. Minutes before the game for my kids, we get a note. Our 6th player, one of our starters, sick, can't make it. Now we're going to have to go with our 1 sub. The entire game, 5-on-5, no breaks. I told the kids, hey, we're shorthanded, just like the Bucs are in Detroit. Let's go out there and just do our thing. Let's go out there and play defense and win the game that way. And what'd they do? They won the game against the best ball handler in the league. We beat them 40-12. Kids got 4 fouls at the end of the half. First half. I mean, just unreal. Okay, so anyway.
I'm gonna step in here for a second. And a great philosopher once said, fuck them kids. Okay, moving on to the fucking game now.
Thank you.
Agreed.
We got a $5 super chat from Toad that it says, at the game, the silence at the end of the game was deafening. Yeah, they thought they were it. They won the fucking Super Bowl, right? Was deafening. Props to all the Bucs turnout in Motown. Nice to see New Orleans beating up on weak teams. Yeah. Yeah,
Hope Daddy, are you covered? Are you in a bathtub full of hummus right now?
He probably is. I would also like to say
that's Tom in Michigan.
Oh my bad.
That is Tom in Michigan. I was talking about. I would also like to say before
you rolling with it. He still could be in a bathtub full of fucking hummus.
Can you shut the fuck up, dude? Holy shit! You haven't even touched any of our topics yet. Latte, go ahead.
Topics.
I love this place.
Topics? We have topics on the show?
Open up the YouTube, yes.
What is this fucking...
I sent it to you on all three of your communicational devices.
On a serious note, speaking about the youth on this team and all that stuff, before Stank Bastard told me to fuck off, even though I fed him beautiful crab and potatoes and shrimp and beautiful crab boil yesterday.
No wings, though.
No wings. We kept the seafood.
Seafood.
But I would also like to point out and give flowers to, one of my best friends, Sammer's best friend, Jason Light in the front office. Because for years, man, I think JC tweeted it out the other day, and it's like, that is 100% true. It resonates in the sense, like, the Brady years were awesome. We won a fucking Super Bowl. You can never erase that. Memories I made with my brothers and other friends, my son, amazing. But this is a lot of fucking fun. I'm having fun. Last year was fun. And, this year, like, this expectations we're meeting, and it's fun. And the flowers I want to give Jason is, man, Todd is doing his fucking thing, but the ingredients that are being brought in, I mean, he has good clay to fucking work with, man. You looked all up and down that field yesterday, and Sammer said it. Tyke, Servassier Dennis now is like being platooned in and is a fucking missile. That kid is everywhere, bro.
Absolute dog, dude.
Izzian,
Absolute dog.
Zion, all this shit, bro. I mean, like, Todd just develops fucking secondary and defensive players. That's what he fucking does. I remember once upon a time, people wanted to throw out fucking Jamel Dean after a Seahawks game. People wanted to get rid of Jordan Whitehead. And then Todd came in here and everything just got better with the secondary. It's just what he fucking does. Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
It's insane. So I would like to tip my hat to Jason in the front office, Spytech, Greeny, Jackie, all our peeps over there. Insane the run we're on right now, bro.
Pretty good.
What was the number? How many players are on this roster that we drafted? They put it out a couple weeks ago. It's insane.
All 53. Listen, the reason it feels so much different is during the Tom Brady years. We knew there was a window and it was gonna end. We knew that it wasn't like, we knew it was finite. This team, we're like, we are growing talent and we're getting more as the years pass. Every draft we get more talent. We still have Bucky Irving scratching the surface, Tyke Smith scratching the surface, Zion McCollum scratching the surface, Dennis scratching the surface, Izzy, and all these guys, dude. Antoine Winfield, Tristan Wirfs, Graham Barton, all these dudes, like, just on and on and on. You're like, we have not only developed the talent, but we have a pretty damn good runway, dude, and we could be good for a very long time. And to see them show up and do what they did yesterday, they prepared, they were focused. I can't even, like, I'm so proud of these kids, man. They're youngsters compared to us. So proud of our young talent on this team stepping up. And hey, as far as I know, the Detroit Lions are a Super Bowl contending team, right? And they just lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
yeah, all 52 guys on that team, they deserve all the credit they're getting today. 52. They went out there, they showed up. Nobody believed in them. You saw everybody say we were going to get rolled, we we're going to get trashed, and 52 guys came out there and they killed it. They did their job. So hats off to you guys. Hats off to everybody. Hats off to Jason. Like, kinda.
Whoa. Why are you saying 52? Is this a stupid kicker you're leaving out? Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Chase? Yeah, Chase does not deserve flowers.
Chase does not deserve flowers. Fuck that guy. No. Susan said it, and I want to point that out.
I don't even know who that guy is, bro.
I want to point that out as well because I noticed that, and that's the first thing my son said. Susan says, "Did you see Todd Bowles smiling at the end of the game?" And that's the first thing Jane looked at me and goes, "Did you see Todd? Did you see Coach Todd, Papa?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Dude, I've never seen him react or smile like that." He's having fun. They wanted that game, but I love what he said in the locker room too. As far as like, hey, we've been here before. We were 3-1 last year. We're on to fucking Denver. I feel bad for that rookie quarterback. Holy fucking shit. I would also like to take a moment, guys, and we can all do it because I don't see it on the subject line. Can Six get a little fucking credit? That guy's a fucking dog.
You didn't go where I thought.
If you weren't on the Baker bandwagon, you were not a Baker bro like Sam and I last year. Like, the wagon's full, man.
Sam and you
it's
and
his fucking
me.
city. It's his fucking city. Okay, he's fucking taking over this team, and the team. I would venture to say Jordan White and all that stuff stank, but the team has taken on his goddamn identity.
100%.
They're being a dog, bro, laying it on the line for everybody.
100%. I was going to say that too. Right after you're done, I was going to say this team, usually they say teams take on the identity of their head coach. People don't really realize who Todd Bowles actually is, like behind the scenes. He's a funny guy. He's a excitable human being. He's an aggressive defensive coordinator. People just think he acts like Tony Dungy. He's not that guy. But anyway, they've taken on the identity of Baker Mayfield, dude. This team is gritty. They're gutsy. They're going to punch you in the mouth. They approach everything like you've doubted them for 10 years. Like, that's just how they approach it, man. But now going to Todd Bowles, because you got to touch on him a little bit. Dude, I mean, did he not call an absolute gem of a game? And in so many of these moments over the last couple of years, Stank has been so critical of the soft zone because he doesn't have the safety coverage in the back, or he's trying to protect his corners, or he doesn't know what to do when he can't get a pass rush. And so many times that's burned us. He goes into this game, and I think Zion McCollum playing and having a Jordan Whitehead on this roster made this an easy decision for him to say, I'm going to run my defense. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of soft zone in there here and there, but I'm not going to rush 6-7 guys every time, and I'm going to run that fifth guy in there almost every time. And he ran his defense, called an amazing game, and coached them up, dude. And I ask you guys, okay? I asked this on, I believe, the 813 Twitter account. Was this Todd Bowles' best game as a head coach? Obviously, the Super Bowl, when he was a defensive coordinator, I believe that's his gem. That's his Mona Lisa. But as a head coach, was that his best game as Bucs head coach?
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Let's go first.
I'll go first. Yeah, I mean, with all the chips stacked against them, guys that we called up our guys, right? He even said it. There's nobody else to call up. So considering that, with all the momentum that Detroit had, with everything that happened last season, it's definitely in the running for one of his best coach games. Fundamentally, all these guys did their jobs. We tackled well all game long. They caught some passes. We tackled well. They hit us for a long one. We still tackled well. We still kept them out of the end zone for the most part. Even with the fake kick and a lot of stuff that just didn't go our way that you guys have already covered. The ball bouncing and the whistle blowing early. All those things. Nobody panicked. There's no panic with this football team. And like I said, I think that's what we feed off of. We feed off of nobody gives us any love. Nobody cares. Nobody is expecting us to win. And it starts with 6, right? Nobody expected that guy to even be in the league anymore, right? They all left him for dead. Not me. Not me, right? I knew it was going to be a battle, right? We all know that Kyle pushed him, and now look at him now. Look at Baker now, everybody.
Hey,
look at this.
Talk now?
Yeah, shut up. Don't even acknowledge that last part.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Everybody in the chat, they're all excited. It's inspiring me, and I'm just trying to inspire you guys. Continue. Go ahead, Latte. You got something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah. He asked if this was Todd's best coaching performance. Listen, I agree, Sammer. A few stand out in my head. The Super Bowl, the Philadelphia game last year was insane. The playoff game. But I think you have to say yes because of context. Context matters. I mean, to be down that many starters and to be putting in that many young guys, not like, seasoned vets that are backing up and, okay, we have a guy that, he may be, might have lost his fastball, but he understands what he's doing. He's not a rookie. He's an NFL player. To do that with that many young players against a contending fucking team in their house with their fucking weapons and one of the best offensive lines in the NFC or NFL period. You have to say that it was, man. I mean, he was ballsy. I agree with Stank. He played zone and trusted we needed to, but then he also adjusted and he brought the blitz, the game-winning interception. Levante applied the pressure at the middle. So hats off to fucking Todd. That was a big boy, legit fucking amazing behind enemy lines, down your top dogs coaching performance. It was fucking crazy. It was awesome. All the stuff on offense too, with homeboy going off and the offense, needing a little bit of time, and they just remain steady, stay the plan, stay the course. We're going to get this done. And they continue to get, third down stop after third down stop. They went for it on fourth down. They got a couple of those, but in the red zone when it fucking mattered, they shut the party down. They could not score.
The biggest thing too, if you go back and watch it, typically Todd likes to bring 2 or 3 guys, right? In this game, didn't do that very often. He would bring 1 guy, but you never knew who it was. Sometimes it was Tyke. Sometimes it was Levante. Sometimes there was a stunt to get a guy on the outside. Sometimes it was Jamel fucking Dean, who's just a long human being, just kind of getting in the way. Not even really providing pressure, just getting in the way. And when you could see that the Lions didn't know what was coming, and they didn't know who was coming, they couldn't adjust to it. 2 interceptions on Jared Goff, no touchdowns from a team that has a ridiculous plethora of weaponry on the offensive side of the ball. They get into the red zone. They hold them to just, I think, a ridiculously low red zone conversion rate on top of that. And it just, I mean, if they don't get that pass interference, they probably don't even get that touchdown that they ended up getting with Montgomery. So all of that, like to take all of that, put it all into context, like you said, man, with no guys and to play his game, to still play his game and to trust Tyke Smith, to trust Zion McCollum, to trust Jamel Dean, to trust Dennis out there who played like this kid is going to be the starting middle linebacker next to Levante very, very soon. No offense to KJ Britt, but I mean, that's a good guy, combo to have with those 2 guys, but he showed he could play every down. And then in the most important moments in that game, Latte and Stank, who won the game? It was on their shoulders on the defensive side of the ball, which we've seen time and time again with Carlton Davis giving up plays, with Ryan Neal, with anyone who's back there over the years. 2 straight possessions. They forced them on a 4th down to not convert, win the game. Tackles for loss from Dennis in the backfield on the running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs, a dynamic player. Levante, I mean, all those guys. That right there, I said, Todd knows exactly what the fuck he's doing.
Go ahead, Latte.
He was cooking, bro. He was cooking yesterday. I forgot exactly what I was going to bring up as it relates to the defense there, but you know what it reminded me of as far as no, you're okay. You know what it reminded me of, bro? It reminded me of a Football Life or whatever the fuck that shit's called, where they chronicle the Super Bowl. You guys all remember that. We won the Super Bowl, Warren Sapp, all that stuff. We're talking about the Eagles, and we lost up there. And Derek Blows like, we'll be back. We'll be back. You guys all remember all that famous shit. And Sapp says that Gruden gets on the bus, and he looks at him, and Sapp's fucking pissed, and he's right outside the link, and he's like, Chucky gets on the bus, and he's like, I got him. And Sapp's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We just lost, bro. He's like, I got him. I got other blitzes. I got other calls. I got him. From the week, from the Orange Circle game to the, we faced them in the playoffs, there wasn't much of a difference in their offensive performance. They scored about 30 points. It was the same shit. We couldn't stop them. I feel like Todd had some sort of aha, and he had all the offseason to go, I got these motherfuckers. Because offensively, sorry, bro, I wasn't impressed that OC that fucking, going to get a job, Ben Johnson. Todd took him to school yesterday, bro.
Not only that, Latte, when Vita came out of that game, I immediately said they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna do what they do.
You're not just gonna talk about like, what are you doing? Run the ball.
but in all fairness, they had a couple of chunks in there in the second half, right? Fourth quarter, a couple of them. But even the majority of the other times that they were handing the ball off, Dennis and Levante and the boys were Tyke Smith. The DBs stepped up, the linebackers stepped up and filled the void of the Vita Vea and the Kalijah Kancey and stopped the run. And you're like, I mean, can you really blame Ben Johnson, who's an offensive coordinator, getting antsy, who needs to score points, has the guys he thinks he has the horses to do it? I mean, again, another thing to put on Todd Bowles, like put a star next to. They stopped the run against a physical team with a ridiculously talented offensive line, who A.Q. Shipley has labeled the best front 4 in all of the NFL. How'd they do?
Hey, quick question. Did Sam Laporta play yesterday?
He did.
He did, because I bet I thought he was going to.
I have him on fantasy. Yeah.
You guys brought up Levante David. If you saw Todd Bowles' press conference, the first person he mentioned was Levante David. Izzy doesn't intercept that pass at the end of the game. If it's not for Levante's blitz that was right in Goff's face, we didn't get the sack numbers, but we got the pressures. Even Yaya was out there creating pressures. JTS, who quietly had a sneaky good game, right?
Fucking game.
Was everywhere he really needed to be. But I'm sure they heard it all week. And we've only really talked about the defense, but they're the ones who were doubted all week long. And I'm sure the entire week you got that old Grizzly in there, right? You got Levante. He's heard it all. He's been questioned his entire career. The team, every defense he's been on has been questioned. Didn't blink. They went out there. They did the fucking job. In the face of lots of adversity, we kept on giving them a chance after chance after chance, and they showed out. I couldn't be more proud of the defense.
We got a $9.99 super chat from Westside Sports that says, shout out to Zion McCollum, highest rated cornerback out of all of Sunday's games, out of all the games, holy shit, all the while just coming off of concussion protocol. That's pretty insane, dude. You're talking about guys like Sauce Gardner, Surtain. Like, there's some fucking good-ass corners out there. The highest-rated corner, interesting.
Not Lotte, you know what's crazy to me is that him and Tyke even more impressive because he's a rookie. They didn't get to really practice. So to come out there and be on it, that means they were in their playbook. They were in their game plan. They were on their, P's and Q's. They knew exactly what they were doing, man. And that, again, goes to coaching and teaching. Todd Bowles side of the ball, the defense, all those coaching, assistant coaches. I mean, they had these guys prepared. And again, this wasn't even our starting fucking unit. No collide.
Well, we haven't seen our starting unit. We haven't seen our best pass rusher on the field.
We were without arguably one of the, if not the top 5, if not the best defensive player in the entire NFL in Antoine. That's crazy what we were able to do, man. But we got to talk a little bit about Vita Vea, who exited around halftime, didn't come back. Everyone thought he, had a pretty scary injury. Yaya Diaby's a massive human being. He's an alien who rolls up on his knee, ends up coming out today. It's a day-to-day sprain of his MCL, I believe. So massive injury miss for the Bucs there, and good luck in terms of Vita coming back. Might even play this week. I don't know if I would rush him because I believe we play the Saints soon, and I'd love to have him, Kalijah, and Antoine back full strength for that game because that's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, this week, this week we got to shut down a running game. It's not exactly an explosive, crazy running game. We'll go into those details. And a rookie quarterback that has 4 interceptions over 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to Sunday. But that's another one. As far as Vita, it can't, it goes without saying he is the anchor of this defense. Love Antoine, love Levante, love all those guys. I mean, they're fucking legends. We need all of them. They're incredible. But the engine that makes this defense go, no different than homeboy from the Ravens. There was also a massive Samoan. Ray Lewis was there and all that stuff. You need a nose tackle, man, that can eat up people, eat up double teams and triple teams, and that's what Vita does. So it goes without saying how important he is. Thank God it's not serious, but I feel confident in the guys that came in and delivered against an elite fucking Detroit team moving forward until we can get back on our feet and get healthy. So thank God.
My screen's a little blurry. We just got a super chat.
We got a super chat for $8.13, which I believe is a tip of the hat to the 813.tv. If you guys don't know, by the way, we have a website now where you can catch our shows here, as well as Inside the 813, as well as Fully Loaded, as well as Moneyline Dogs, as well as The Huddle NFL Insiders with Benjamin Albright and Jake Arians. All on a website, the813.tv, along with written content and daily videos from all of us.
Isn't it Inside the 813 show too with a couple people?
Inside the 813 is a rotating guest list and hosts, all of us. Any two of us could randomly be on there to run the same 3 segments every single week, which makes it very, very fun. And of course, we keep track of our studs and duds. And at the end of the year, we will be presenting the Buccaneers with the 813 Stud of the Year trophy in person in the locker room. Joe Bucks fan sent us an $8.13 super chat. Says, "What a day to be alive. Go Bucks."
Thank you, Joes.
Thank you, Joes.
Aww.
That's very
and
kind.
right after them, a tour says, you guys realize that the Lions put up 140 rushing yards, 317 passing yards, and simply choked. You do get that, right?
How many points they score?
Did a great job not blitzing, which caused issues, but a sharp golf would have throttled that team. Sounds like a depressed 8 Mile guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like my guy Romy would say, scoreboard.
Scoreboard.
No, you know what? I feel sorry for bro.
I saw somebody tweet yesterday.
Sorry for Lions fans. I do. I feel sorry for.
I don't. I saw it yesterday.
They have to go back to that town. They have drinking water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's really nothing there, right?
Yeah.
You got to go back to your pool. They got to go back to their. I don't know. Their trailers. I don't know what are there even
fast food spaghetti out of a drive-through window?
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah. Hey,
disgusting.
I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet that was legendary too that said Aiden Hutchinson had 4.5 sacks. Doesn't matter numbers. Hey, Raheem Morris. Hey, stats are for losers.
Yeah, stats are for losers. Speaking of scoreboard, though, it's time we talked about the return of the God, Chris Godwin. Okay, Chris Godwin officially back. It's blowing my mind that it even took Dave Canales up until week 14 to figure out that he even had Chris Godwin on this team. But holy shit, dude. Was he not our version of Cooper Kupp yesterday? And absolutely the Mr. Reliable. Shout out to my business partner, Mo. He calls him Mr. Reliable. I call him Third and Godwin. Me and Stan call him First and Godwin, whatever we call it.
I call him Third and Godwin. Thank you very much. And you don't even want him back. You didn't want him.
I didn't say I don't want him back. I said I don't see us being able to afford him, and he's only proving my point after 2 weeks. He's arguably the best receiver in the NFL.
Since we're all apologizing today, this is a big apology podcast. Why don't you apologize to Mariah Godwin and Chris right now for wanting him out of here?
I didn't want him out here. Don't even try to put words in me and Latte's mouths, dude. We didn't want him out of here.
You want him out of here.
He's gone because we can't afford him. That's all I'm saying, dude. And he's just doing. If we don't get
our point. Proving our point.
Watch how we afford him. Watch how Jason Light finds a way. You don't let a guy like that walk. You don't let a guy like that walk. Right. And he doesn't let guys like that walk. I'll just say that Jason doesn't let guys like that walk, which is why I'm not really concerned, because they're going to figure out a way to make Chris happy. Chris is that guy, just like Mike, who's not a diva, who wants to be here. Fine. You can say you don't put that much money in one position. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. You pay your best players.
I didn't say that.
You pay the guys who deserve to be paid. He deserves to be paid. You pay him, because if you don't, it sets a precedent. Sets a precedent in the locker room you don't want to set. And a lot of other teams do that shit. Look what's going on in Cincinnati, right? You got to pay Jamar Chase. That shit trickles down.
That's not the same.
That's not the same thing. He's the man on that team. What are you talking about?
You pay the guys who deserve to be paid.
The situation is that's like paying Jamar Chase and then telling T. Higgins, sorry, guy, like we love you, but we can't pay both of you that kind of money. That's all we're saying.
Yeah. They can figure out a way.
All we're saying.
Bry has the chat of the night, obviously. It goes first and run, second and fun, third and Godwin. I mean, I nailed it. That's great.
If I hear second and fun one more time.
I think I just saw you pull up the crayon, whatever you do to draw your shirts. I think I saw you do that while he was typing that, and you made the shirt. So, Bry, congratulations. Sammer is going to steal your.
The Bucs were not in a lot of second and fun. I'll be honest. They got stymied on first down the majority of their drives because of that Hutch guy, okay, and because of the fact that we had, I guess, just somebody just standing there letting people through at right tackle. But thankfully, we have Chris Godwin. Third down, second down, guy was absolutely clutch. That touchdown, dude. Could you even hear anybody in that stadium after that score? And Mike Evans on that has to get some credit. Guy set it up so perfectly with his route. What a play design, dude. What?
Listen, we heard that. We heard that early on from BA. You know, I mean, remember the first year with Tom, it was a little bit interesting. He still got his 1,000, but it was interesting. And he's like, what you guys don't realize and fans don't realize is that Mike's out there just running track sometimes. And we're like, what? He's just running track. And that's why everybody loves Mike. And that's why his teammates and the team and everybody will bend over backwards and bleed and do whatever for the guy because they love the guy. Because he'll go out there and just fucking run track. He knows he's not getting the ball, and he's still giving you everything he's got to sell it, to take the top off. And it was beautiful. Stank and I saw it was beautiful. He literally ran out. Everybody went, follow Mike, bro. Yeah. Down the sideline, fucking Godwin. Just beautiful. How many play call, beautiful.
How many wide receiver ones in the NFL are going to go out there and be willing to waste half their routes just to help their teammates get open and not have a problem with it later on in the locker room or down the 3-4 games into the season? I'd bet 99% of them would not be doing it. Mike goes out there, like you're saying, he just does it. He said, hey, yeah, no problem. He knows. And Chris Godwin knows. He's not Chris Godwin without Mike Evans. I'm sorry. No offense to Chris Godwin. He's a dog. But having a Mike Evans makes a lot of things a lot easier on you.
Fucking lutely. I don't think anybody would question that. You got the most unselfish player in the NFL, has been for a really long time, at a position that's a diva position. It's, we could just throw kudos at Mike all day long, but Bake made that touchdown happen with his feet. He was the biggest threat yesterday with his feet. And Liam didn't call the perfect game. I'm not going to sit here and say he called the perfect game. He didn't. But that fucking QB sneak, nobody saw it coming. I never would have seen that shit coming.
Especially after he just scrambled the play before that.
Right, exactly.
And you're like, there's no way they're going to put him in harm's way.
The Lions had no clue that was nobody expected that. And it was the perfect fucking call. And
he still gritted his way into the end zone too. It still wasn't an easy one.
God damn it, man. You ever love him? I love him, man. I love fucking Baker.
I love Baker, dude.
Love Baker, bro. Fuck. And he's gotten, somebody pointed out a clip too after the game. They're interviewing him. He's grown so much in such short time here, right? Like Baker 3-1 last year was doing the fucking tour, podcast, doing College Game Day. He was very on to the next game. Like we're fucking locked in. We've been here before.
The matured Baker.
Mature Baker.
Daddy Baker.
Daddy Baker.
Daddy Baker.
Dad-
Yeah. Baker Daddy.
No, Daddy's Baker. Baker Daddy.
Baker Daddy. Oh!
Daddy.
Baker Daddy.
Hey,
Baker Daddy.
Dave YT has a nice comment here. He says, "How do you resign Rod God? Question mark. You get rid of our worthless punter and let 14 kick punts and play wide receiver." Yeah, listen, he's not going to get punter money, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. He's not going to get punter money.
No.
Just like every kicker that plays for this football team, I don't even know what kicker you're talking about. I don't care about kickers. All the kickers, they just don't really matter. Kickers don't matter. Kickers.
Stank, read that super chat. We got another one.
Westside Sports says 1 FO going nuclear in Detroit, 7 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown was so enjoyable to watch. I agree. It was enjoyable to watch. He didn't do anything. He didn't have to do anything in the second half, right?
No.
He just put in the work when it was necessary. And, not that we were milking clock, but we left some points on the board towards the end of the game. Definitely. Baker, threw into a ball I'm sure he would love to have back. We don't want to see that, but ultimately, thankfully, it didn't end up costing us.
Stan, can you confirm?
Hold on. I'll tell you. We got 173 people in here. Hit the fucking like button, boys. And girls, and whatever your pronoun choice is, hit the fucking like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, Latte.
What the fuck is going on?
What's the
over
under?
What the fuck is going on? Latte, who did you see this? Who just left a message in our chat right now? No.
Who?
No. Read the last chat message.
Second and Fun just says, Sammer can have the drive breakdown. I'm talking Second and Fun for the name, just to mess with Stank and Latte. Hey, that's a beautiful to have on YouTube. All right.
I'm so done.
And then someone else says, Sammer, someone else says, hold on, there's another one about, damn, Sammer, you're the Muslim Phil Jackson. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my.
I've actually heard Sammer Popovich, but I'll take it.
Tom just brought that up, and I've had this conversation, just so you know, Tom, Michigan. I've had this conversation in the building.
Oh my God.
Winning a Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, bro. That would be so. Dude. I could literally never win another one again, bro. I'm done. Dude, I'm done.
That would be the ultimate flex for the rest of our lives, dude, for that against that fan base. We could lose every game after that, and I'd be like, we won our 3rd Super Bowl in your building, okay? In your fucking building. And you guys had to watch us do it in your building. Oh my God, that would be amazing. Hey, Lati, did I not talk to you about it in the offseason?
You did, Sammer. If you can imagine for a moment, if we win our 3rd Super Bowl in New Orleans in their home, while also retiring their Hall of Fame quarterback in their home.
Oh my God,
bro, it's thanks. Tom and Michigan just brought up the Super Bowls in New Orleans. Can you imagine if we win the Super Bowl in New Orleans?
When?
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
When we do, you mean?
The question I had for both of you was, I'm pretty sure Liam Cohen's going to receive a Christmas card from the Godwins this year, right?
They've already sent him gifts. What are you talking about? Christmas card?
They'll get a Christmas card, right?
Chris is already putting up. Chris is at Liam's house right now, hanging up lights for him.
Yeah, I heard Mariah Godwin knitted him a sweater yesterday.
And if Liam has dogs, they're just getting his dog sweaters too. On top of that, but before I forget, let's go back to Baker. I want to address the super chat. Go ahead. Go back to Baker for 1 second. The best thing that came out of Baker's mouth yesterday, after the game, after a massive W, when he talked about how he would love to go back to Detroit and get that win back from last year, they asked him about the game, and he took it in and said, I can't let us not, I can't have them not use their last timeout. That's on me. He was critical of himself in a win, whereas a younger Baker would be, rambunctious, excited, all of it, taking it in. Guy was looking for a lesson. He said, but it's okay. We'll learn from this. It's better to learn from a win than it is from a loss, but we're going to learn from it. That right there, I go, that's a different Baker. That is a fucking leader. That's a leader right there.
Just say it. You want me to lean in and say it? That's Baker Daddy.
That's Baker Daddy, baby.
Hey,
it's weird when you do the pause, right? It's weird you do the pause where you're like, that's Baker Daddy.
That's Baker Daddy.
We got a couple interesting super chats. By the way, did we read PMP's super chat earlier?
I didn't see it.
PMP said from front to back, the communication on defense was outstanding, especially when you consider who was out. Absolutely. And PMP wants to know why he wasn't invited to the barbecue yesterday. I would know.
The fuck? I have the receipts and I have the message. You were invited, sir. You said you were coming with Jess, and then you didn't show up. I was
And then
out
Alvin Martinez,
crab and I was busy. And then Angie looked up and was like, did they come? I was like, oh, fuck. I don't know.
everybody's coming at you tonight. You're usually the love. Everybody loves you, but Alvin Martinez says, "What's the deal with RB1 Poppy Latte?"
How am I answer the question?
I'll let you answer the question.
What is the deal with RB?
What is the deal? There is no deal. We went up against one of the best front sevens in the fucking league, right? Specifically at stopping the run with our starting right tackle. It's not like Bucky ran for 120 yards. Like, it is what it is. Like, Bucky had as many yards rushing as fucking Baker did. I think it was Baker had 33 and Bucky had 30 or something like that. Or Rashad. It is what it is, guys. The interior got bullied by a really strong defensive line that is really good at stopping the run. Kind of mirrored what we do, right? Like we stop the fucking run. That's what they do. They're physical as fuck at it. It is what it is. And he started going.
Hutchison's just throwing our dude around in the run game. And we kept running to the right side for some reason. So it's like, well, I mean, they got DJ Reader in the middle too. It's not like you're running against, the Broncos or, the team that can't stop anything. We're talking
Panthers.
About the Panthers. It's the Lions, dude. And what is up with RB1? What do you and plus I agree with Pletz, by the way. That call to force the first down and get the first down and end the game by Liam Cohen, absolutely love that play. I think the drive before that we were stuck on, or maybe that same drive we were stuck on our goal line. No, drive before. Stuck on our goal line. Last year I was screaming, call a slant to Mike. It's always there to get us out of that 1 yard line. What does he do? Slant to Mike Evans, gets a first down. We get out of a shadow of our own end zone. But that play, you convert that, the game's over. There's nothing wrong with that play. Just guy made a good play. Baker just took it to heart. He took it to himself. Said, I should have just adjusted that play and not thrown the ball or whatever it was. Maybe hold it and make them use the clock. Whatever. It is what it is, man. And nothing wrong with that play though. Liam, Liam has proven that he is aggressive no matter what.
Susan, relax over there. Like, hey, daddy, relax, Susan. Okay,
yeah,
relax.
Listen, that was a hell of a win, boys. Hell of a win.
That's the beginning and that's the end of it.
Statement win. The NFL has to acknowledge the Buccaneers now for all you WWE fans out there. My kids know what I'm talking about.
What is that about? What is that?
So they watch wrestling. My kids watch wrestling. They're Roman Reigns fans, I guess. And when you are the tribal chief, I guess you stand up in the middle of the ring with the necklace and you say, "Acknowledge me," and you have to acknowledge that person as your tribal chief. And it's just a thing they all do. And so I took the Bucs logo, did that, and it's funny, I guess. I did that kind of. My kids thought it was cool, and some those wrestling nuts thought it was awesome as well on Twitter. So whatever. Michael Pless has no idea what that means either. I really didn't know about that till maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm not pretending like I know either. But hey, we'll see you guys on Thursday. You can catch me. Over? Yeah, I mean you weren't participating. Yeah, you weren't participating. It's not our fault. You have anything left to say, Stank?
I do.
Give us your Kyle Trask update. Payton. Give us your Kyle Trask. Give us
Sean Payton. No. Fuck Sean Payton.
All right, so we'll see you guys on Thursday for a Fuck Sean Payton Thursday. Okay? Probably going to have a Denver Broncos media member who's going to be on here who also does not like Sean Payton. So it's going to be a lot of fun on Thursday. We'll see you guys then. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you leave us a comment. And if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Also, at the end of the show, drop down into the comment section or into the description, and click the link to our new YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button at the 813 TV. And of course, check out the website www.the813.tv. Daily videos from all of us. Okay, shows are on there. You don't got to go to navigate through YouTube. All right, we got written content all day long, injury updates, articles, player spotlights, the whole deal. It's a real thing, guys. So check it out, and we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Thursday in the locker room, Rock Riley.
Hey guys, it was a great win. They're coming from Detroit. These guys are jacked up, but they know that they've got business ahead. They are not taking it lightly. They will be ready. Go Bucs.
Go Bucs.
It's kickoff. Set it off, go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose